and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. My tree is infested! Do you guys know what that means? Do you know what that means? That means we can now get string. So let's take our crook as I walk backwards off the edge. Oh my. Jessica, get your buttons right. Get your buttons right. This is why you always die, because you mess up your buttons and you fall off the edge of the screen into the void and you lose all your stuff and you never come back. However, in this mod pack, there are no limited lives. So I'll come back every single time. I'll just lose a bunch of stuff, which probably really upset me at the time. But I guess I'll get over it and it won't be too bad, right? Right, okay. So yeah, let's get all this string. And I know there's a few things we need to make out of it, but first of all, we need to complete the quest. Let's make sure we get it all. Do we get all the string? Is there string? Oh, I missed you, Mr. String. Okay, let's cut down the rest of this tree, and we'll plant a new one. And I'm not sure, I don't have another, oh, I have 4 worms, so I can infect another one if I need to. So let's actually put the worms, the bone meal. I'm gonna hold on to the string. I'm gonna put those in there. Did I already use a full crook? Huh. So let's look at our quest book. What does it say we do next? Well, let's claim this. So not only did we have to make a crook, but then we had to get the silkworms and we had to do the string, which I did all in a row. So that's good. We get a sheep. We get a sheep. And either seeds or sugarcane seeds. So we already got a couple seeds, so let's go with sugarcane and let's claim them. We got a sheep! But we can make our own wool, so I don't know how useful that's going to be. So there's that. Now, what can we make? So I know we need to make this. Why do we need to make a fishing pole? I don't have water. How am I supposed to fish without water? We'll come back to that once we get some water. Here, this is what we need, and we need this pretty soon. The Great Ones have implemented several methods by which you can get resources. While there is no world to mine, if you convert plant life into dirt and sift it, you can strain out small amounts of various resources. To do this, you will need some more specialized machines. By specialized machines, we mean a barrel. Not very specialized, not really machine, but it's very, very helpful. By right-clicking on a barrel with compostable material, you can fill the barrel up, give it some time, and the compost will turn into dirt. Yay! So let's make a barrel. I already know how to do this, so I need a little bit more wood. Like, quite a bit more wood. Let's just do that. So we need to make a couple of these. Oh, I should have looked to see how many it wanted us to make. Let's just do 4 for now. And then we'll see how many it wants us to make. 1. Okay, well I made 4, so we've got that covered. Now, once you have sifted enough dirt, you'll be able to make cobblestone, which is going to be very helpful. So let's actually place these down. I'm going to put them over here. Where are there? I don't like it when they're like not, you know. So that means we need to make a few more. With these. Which we're gonna have to make some more anyways, but we just kind of need them for these barrels. I actually want to put a couple of these underneath these guys so they don't look so floaty and weird. Okay, so there's that. Now, so for the next thing we need cobblestone, but we have to make a sieve before we can get cobblestone. Then I give string, you can create a sieve. Sieves can be used to produce many materials into other materials. To start with, you will be sieving dirt. This could really use a comma. To start with, comma, you will be sieving dirt. A lot of dirt. Eventually, you will be able to make machines to do this for you. But for now, take the block you wish to sieve and right-click on the sieve with it. Keep right-clicking until it vanishes. In return, you will get something. Something. but no one ever knows what that something is. So let's make a sieve. Also, I know how to make these as well. Basically, we need to make a silk mesh by filling the crafting station with, we actually need 2 of these, like that. We have a couple sticks, which is good. Let's just turn the rest of this into planks. So it's plank, 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 silk mesh, and then stick, ooh, wrong spot, stick, stick, and there we go. Now we have an oak sieve. So let's plop this sucker down. Let's plop this sucker down over here. Let's put one of those down first. Actually, let's put that like right here, because the oak sieve tends to, oh shoot, now that's a spawnable area. You might make something to put there. It tends to just kind of throw stuff all up in the air, and I don't want to lose all of the cool stuff we get. So, what do I have for, oh, I have a ton. So let's grab some of these, and we're just going to fill one of these up. And we're going to put this back in here so I don't have to use them all, and we're going to let that compost so you guys can kind of see what the composting looks like. We're actually going to get rid of that too, because I don't really want to lose that or that. Because that would really, really suck. So tree, why have you not grown yet? Alright, so now we have our oak sieve. We can't do anything yet because we don't have any composted dirt. We do have the dirt that I was given in the beginning, but I'm holding off on that. I'm going to make a little area for my sheepy poo at some point. And again, that's really all we can do at the time. So let's check this composting. It's at 70, 80, 85%, pretty much around there. So let's actually grow our tree. There we go. I was looking for the stack I already worked on. I never even looked at these books now that I think of it. Let's look at these books real quick. So we have Guide, I don't need both of them. Guide to Life in the Materials in You Volume 2 and Tinker's Weaponry. We're not going to look at those because that just teaches you how to use these things. So let's read this book. Wow! This is a fancy schmancy here. Intro, important information and links to go here. We're not going to follow any links. You have reached this region either by, okay, so we've read this. Avoid dragons. Okay, quick start guide. There are several ways to play and complete this map, and I do not claim to be an expert. However, I have done my best to create a quick start guide to help you through the early game grind. While the map you choose will change the difficulty, this guide should work with all maps. The first thing to know, see, this is the picture right here? This is actually where I did, when I played this without filming it, when I just played it for fun. I mean, I'm playing this for fun too, but you guys know what I mean. This is the map I played. I played this one, and the hard part about this is that it was made up of like all weird sized blocks, and there was a lot of spawnable area. Like, I was constantly getting killed by bad guys. So I actually almost prefer this, like, smaller skyblock one because you can control more easily where the bad guys spawn. This was bad. I mean, we had water to start with too, which was really cool, but the problem was the, see where the water goes up into like that weird triangle-y thing up in the sky? That's where the source block was. So you had to get up there to get the source block, but then your river was gone. And there's like a little lake up by it. Was just and you could fish in it too. It was, I don't know, it was just more difficult, I feel like, even though you were already given a hut, but there was no door and things would spawn in there with you, and it was disastrous. So yeah, I kind of like this one better. The first thing to know is saplings and bone meal are your life in this pack, so make sure the first thing you do is put a spare sapling and at least 7 bone meal somewhere safe so you don't accidentally use all of them. Good point, I've done that before, actually. Also note that one of the best trees to start with is the oak because it can provide you with extra apples, which can mean the difference between starving or not. Agreed. Do I really need to read this? I'm going to go through each page. If you guys want to read it, just pause it and you can read it. Oh, I kind of want that list of composable items. Go back. If I click this, there's nothing there. I can't even, it doesn't tell me the list of compostable. It's compostable. I don't know. Yeah, so basically this is just a walkthrough of, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're going way too far ahead. Okay, so we're not going to look at that. If I need hints in game, I might look at that, but as of right now, we're not going to look at that. We're just going to worry about this tree right here, because that's really all we need to worry about. So I have plenty of, actually, you know what I should do? I should build a house. I know we need a mob spawner, but it's asking for a different kind of mob spawner than I'm used to building. Let's just cut this tree down. I don't need any more worms. I have plenty of worms. The mob spawner it's asking for is a tower mob spawner that uses water to force the mobs to drop, and on the drop is when they die. We have dirt. Actually, I'll show you. I'll show you what it says. So if you click on this little head here, it says Mary had a little ... mob parts are frequently needed for historic, I don't know how to say that, purposes, as well as for eating. To get mobs, you will need to build a place for them to spawn. A basic mob tower is 27 blocks high and contains a hole in the center and has water pushing the mobs down a drop to their death. Some mobs, however, may need a higher drop. Walling off your mob spawning area is not a bad idea. There are multiple ways to improve this type of mob farm and even automate it later on. So that makes me think that I should probably build it the way they want me to. I tried to build one of these when I first started playing Minecraft. It was in a single player world. It wasn't any mods in it. It was just regular vanilla. And it didn't work very well. So I'm going to have to look up a way to make this properly. So I'm not going to worry about that just yet. We're gonna worry about that later on. But I need to kill a skeleton and a zombie, like one of each, which should be pretty easy. And we get a full heart, which is silly because we don't have lives. But I'll eat it anyways. We got 2 cows. We'll get 2 cows from it, a reward bag, or a pot. That's really cool. Oh, let's plant another tree. I didn't get any saplings from this thing. What is wrong with you? What kind of tree are you? A disgrace, honestly. Are you kidding? Not good. Okay, so let's replant this tree. And while that tree is growing, we're gonna sift. I knew I put this here for a reason. We're gonna sift this piece of dirt. And we're gonna get stones. And these little stones, when you put them in a crafting grid in a 4x4 or a 2x2 pattern, you get a piece of cobblestone. Did I only need 1 to complete that? Oh, we did. Oh, look at this. We completed 2 in a row. Okay, so let's complete this one first. We have our piece of cobblestone. So we get a pig and a rainmaker. I heard rainmakers are very dangerous. I've never used one before, but I heard they explode. Sifting forever. So I asked for stones. We got the stones. We're gonna get a reward bag, and see, I already have one of those, but a crossbow. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do here. Crossbow, riding pick. Crossbow, riding pick. Let's get the crossbow, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to be needing it if I'm building a mob spawner and they're not going to be spawning on my platform here, but I really do apologize. It's kind of dark. I wish I could sleep. I can make a bed. I can make a bed. Why am I not making a bed? Let's make a bed real quick. 2, 3. Oh my god, we had the exact amount for the bed and what we needed. So yeah, let's make a bed so we can sleep through the night and you guys don't have to deal with a dark screen the whole time. And look at that, we have just enough slabs. We're gonna put the bed over here. I just don't want to fall off. Let's take a little nappy poo. Yay, and it's bright out and the sun's shining. Okay, So we completed. Did we complete this one? Did we accept it? We did. Did we accept this one? We did. Okay, so now that we have a sieve, oh, we need rain. We need it to rain so we can get water in our barrels, which is always good. But what I want to do is keep it from filling the other 2 barrels. So if it rains, which hopefully I don't have to use this rainmaker, because like I said, I heard it explodes. So if it rains, it'll only fill these 2 barrels. Because I put a little something in each one of these will not get filled up with water, but these 2 will. So that's good. I'm thinking ahead. I'm being a smartsons. To make a smeltery, you will need clay. There does, however, seem to be a surprising lack of swamps in the void. The insane one thought of this, however, and provided a method to get clay. The RNG gods, and I don't know what that is, are feeling you may or may not have gotten rain. If you did, you had some empty barrels, you now have barrels of water. Right click them with a block of dust to create clay. If you have not had rain, or you have not had rain, or you have and you did not catch it in the barrel, look for an item you should have gotten as a quest reward. The Rainmaker is a block that, when placed, will trigger a rainstorm before vanishing. It is one use only. Use it wisely. There may be explosive consequences. Yeah, so I'm gonna hope I don't have to use that. Please rain, please rain, please rain. Just for a little bit, just to fill up my barrels so that I have some water. So what else can we do while we're waiting for the rain? So we did the sieve. That's that one. Hammer time? Well, congratulations! You have learned how to make cobble. That gets you one step closer to having resources that are actually useful. First things first, you are going to need to build up some arm muscle with a hammer. Okay, I know how to make a hammer. We used hammers a lot. So let's make a wooden hammer. What else did I need? I just needed a hammer for this, and then I can get 4 of these and another rainmaker and some clay. I wonder if that clay will count for the clay I need. We'll see. Alright, so now we have a couple sticks. Oops, I'm not making the hammer correctly. It goes like this, and like this. And now we have a hammer, and we're gonna place down this cobblestone. And we're going to come over here and hammer it. So now we have some gravel. So we have a hammer, we made gravel. Oh, but now we have to turn this gravel into sand. And I'm assuming it's going to make me turn it into dust as well. There's that. Let's double check that, make sure we got that. Oh, look, what did I say? Now we have to turn it into dust. So let's put the sand back down. And we're going to hammer that and turn that into dust. And is that another quest complete? Yay! It's another quest complete. So should I get another rainmaker clay? I'm gonna get the clay, because now I'm gonna wonder if that is going to solve this problem. I have clay. Yay! That's so bad. It's kind of like cheating. And I'm gonna take the porcelain clay, because I have a bunch of bone meal and I don't need the bones. Let's get that porcelain clay, because now I have a feeling we're gonna have to make a crucible. Oh, or a fired pot, so we can actually pick up some water once we get it. Okay, so we're getting like way far ahead of ourselves here. Let's go back to the sifting one, which we completed. Now, do I really need a void box? How do I make this trash can? Let's check that out, because I don't remember. Trash can. Trash can. Cobble. I am not making that. That's a lot of cobble, and I don't have it. So let's wait on that one. How about a workshop table? Whoa-wee. Workshop table can have up to 4 modules inside in any combination of furnace or crafting table. Crafting table module can be upgraded to be an auto crafting table to have extra storage space. A furnace module can be upgraded to have an input queue. Both the table and the furnace can be upgraded to store charges for later instant processing and to process faster. The workshop table itself can have global upgrades applied that affect all modules inside. I feel like this is getting ahead of ourselves. We're going to wait on that one. We're going to go off on these other little things here. You know what we should do? We don't have water yet though, so those are gonna have to wait. I would love to plant some food, but we don't, like I said, we don't have water. Talent collection, hand grinding. You probably do not have a lot of materials yet, and certainly not enough to start factory processing your materials. However, the energetic one has provided a more manual method. With a grindstone and a crank, you can turn grain into flour, ores into dust, bones into powder, and much more. It just takes a bit of grinding. About that. We don't have anything to make that just yet. Same thing with this. How many do we need? We need 4 broken ore. Lumberjack. Oh, this is to chop down trees. Again, so basically, the aqueous accumulator can gather a small amount of water vapor in the air and compress it for bucketing. This provides a slow but useful method for supplying water to farms and machines. Task where the player needs... Okay, so how do we make this thing? Because that could come in handy, because we need some water. So it's an Yes. This thing? Yes. Wow. This is not going to happen in this episode. What can happen in this episode? What can we do right now? Oh, hi tree. It just grew real fast. Let's make a bucket. We can do that. Take a long time at this rate to get stone if all you do is sift dirt. A basic cobble gen using lava and water would be very handy, but to move the lava, you will need a container. You probably don't want to waste iron on a bucket. Clay buckets can move lava once. After placing the lava, the bucket will break. You can use the clay buckets to move water as much as you want. So we're going to have to make a fired clay bucket. Luckily, we have a piece of clay, which we can break into little balls of clay and turn that into a gorgeous bucket, which we have to fire in a thing. Do we have any dirt? I don't want to sift the dirt, and I don't want to... So basically, what I need to do now is make a crook. Let's do this real quick. Let's fill these buckets so that we have some dirt ready to go. Put that back in there. Actually, I'm going to need one, I think. We're going to make a couple crooks. Let's put all this stuff in here. I'm going to have to sieve that in a little bit. But, oh, we should open our reward bag. I'm forgetting about the reward. Oh my god, we got soybeans, lettuce, and spinach seeds. So cool. So when that time comes, we can get right on that farming grind. And I don't have room in my chest. Okay, I guess it's time to make another chest. Beautiful thing is, I can put it right next to this chest. And now it's just a big chest. Alright, so let's get rid of all this stuff that we don't necessarily need at the moment. I still don't know what I'm going to do with that crossbow. Don't need that. I'm going to keep the sticks, and I need to eat a few of these apples. We still need... Oop, that's not what I meant to do. I apologize. Oh my god, these apples are doing nothing for my hunger right now. I'm like starving. Playing games with me here. Let's make a bunch of crooks, because we're going to need to collect a bunch of saplings so we can get some dirt, so we can sieve it. I know I have 8 in my chest right now, but I don't want to use those. I know it's silly, I just don't want to use them. So there we go. Now we have a bunch of crooks, and we're going to get some saplings. So I'm actually going to leave this episode here. I know we didn't get a whole lot done, but that's how these things go in the beginning. They go pretty slowly. We did make a bed, and we got some other stuff going on. We made a piece of cobble, which is really impressive. I'm proud of myself. We did good on that. But yeah, I need to basically just get a bunch of dirt that we can sieve so I can get some more cobble, so I can make a furnace, so I can fire that bucket, so eventually we can collect lava in water and have things. So there's that. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video and you're enjoying the series, please click that like button so I can tell, and I will keep doing it. I'm probably going to keep doing it anyways, but knowing that you guys like it is going to make it happen more frequently, and it's going to be more fun for both you and I. Also, leave comments in the description below, Why do I always say that? I think I said it on like one of the first videos of the Project Ozone series too, and I don't know why. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and we'll chat. Whether it's you just saying hi, you giving me some hints and tips, or if you just want to tell me how much you like the series. That's great. I enjoy that. I hope you guys do that more often. Also, if you're not already subscribed, you should subscribe because I'm going to post videos quite often, and if you're subscribed, they go right to your feed immediately so that you can get my videos right when they come out, and you don't have to go searching for them and that kind of stuff. And it also shows me your support, so I really appreciate it when you guys do those things. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!